Welcome back to Eternal Serenity Tarot. I'm Kellen, and today's message is going to be very random, a nice tea session, whatever wants to come out. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is taking care of themselves, taking your vitamins, drinking your water. All right, first card out is Judgment. So there's a need to deliver ourselves from our current circumstances. I'm going to read this like it's the present until I feel otherwise. When we're trying to deliver ourselves, it comes by way of having to take stock of where we're at currently. And how we ended up there. Because if we take stock on that, we can take responsibility. So we had the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see it. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't know if somebody doing a reassessment of their life led them to end a commitment, because the Three of Pentacles in reverse can be that we've agreed to collaborate. It's usually a merger of some sort, whether that's a relationship, this is a business, this is like putting both your names on a lease. This is something that is shared between at least two people, but could be a group of people. But when it's in reverse like this, it means that somebody isn't doing their part. There's a disparity somewhere. Someone in this environment, or some people, depending on how many people are in this space, would feel like they're carrying other people's weight as well. So in order to remove yourself from that situation, you would have to first accept that that's where you are. You would have to be able to pause, zoom out, take a look at it, and be like, okay, wait a minute. So this Judgment card here feels like this is a long time coming. So somebody could have really been capitalizing off of you not realizing that you were doing a lot more than they were. And again, this could be at a job. Oh, we have the Page of Wands. So this Page of Wands, I'm wondering if you guys are like in the wind a little bit. But this feels free. Like, we're not tied down to a job. We're not tied down to a relationship. Oh, okay. That's what this feels like. So this could be a judgment call on several different areas of your life. You're just waking up and realizing one day that you were trapped in a maze of your own making. So this is like realizing that you've created a monster in people. And I feel like usually when this happens, it's just because there are people that are diligent and you put your head down and you do your work, and you're not peeking over your shoulder or trying to keep track of what other people are doing or what they aren't doing. You're just trying to make sure that things get done. And you might not realize just how much you're putting on your shoulders until one day you looked up and you were like, wait a minute. I'm working 15 times harder than everybody in here, and for what? Usually the Three of Pentacles is an agreement. So this could be that you get involved in either a job or a relationship. Again, maybe a business collaboration with somebody, so a business relationship. But there, like, you get involved under false pretenses. So there's a way that you feel that this is going to go because of how it's been presented to you, and then next thing you know, there's all these other responsibilities and fine print that wasn't presented to you before. We got the World on the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely something that you have decided is over, finito. You know what's funny? For all my people that love Let It Shine, the Disney movie, I was listening to one of the songs a little while ago, and it's the song where Truth and, damn, what's his name? What's the antagonist's name? I just listened to that song too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But the song where they're going back and forth, that song doesn't happen until like the very end of the movie. I don't know if it's called The Final Battle. I don't remember, but he says something like, "So you can hear me clearly." And that's the first thing that I thought of when we saw this Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is freeing ourselves from our own disillusionment. So sometimes you realize that you involved yourself in something because of what you were projecting onto it. There's a desire for something to be what it's not, and we're treating that as if it's reality. Oh, this feels like naivete. Somebody's, okay, I don't even think this is current. This feels like a past energy. Like we're looking at somebody in their adolescence. Or Page of Wands, I would say this person is no older than 25. Maybe not. Maybe for some of you guys it's different. But I feel like this person wouldn't be older than 25, because I feel like we're talking about somebody who would have been very young and like, I don't think it's that they were super trusting, but I think they would have gotten caught up in something that they weren't expecting to get caught up in. Like they would have been bamboozled, so to speak. Somebody was bamboozled and led astray. But that's because they were doing things on whimsy. So this could be kind of impulsive. I mean, they might have looked at it as being spontaneous and being free, but this feels like impulsiveness, and it also feels like irrationality. Seven of Cups can also be a card of options. So sometimes we think we have so many different options, and it really depends on what you're looking for, you know, quality over quantity. So if we were to take a magnifying glass and zoom in on all these cups, what exactly is in them? What is being offered to us? So what is the difference between each of these options? What sets them apart from each other? Anything that isn't set apart from each other, so anything that is like a duplicate of something else, those options automatically get rid of them because there's nothing that discerns them from the other. So there's nothing that catches our attention. And this was all about what was catching this person's attention. So what looked the best. But I think it also would have been like what was offering the least commitment or the least expectation of commitment, which is interesting because we have the Three of Pentacles here. So there was definitely some kind of commitment involved. So I'm wondering if that was like, whoopsie, accident. But I think from choosing to explore all of these options, it feels like solely because they were being presented to them. So it wasn't even a genuine interest. It was just like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I can. We had the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. Actually, let me find that card really quickly just so I can show you what that, I can show you guys what that looks like. Sidebar. Sidebar. This Mercury retrograde, listen, this Mercury retrograde got hands. This Mercury retrograde is throwing bricks. Got a handgun, not even, I got a machine gun, a machete, some bear spray. It's very expect the unexpected. Okay, found it. The Hermit. Do we see the way that he's hiding out on this Hermit card? I love it because in this deck, I really feel like this is a person that doesn't go out during the daytime, you know, or they don't go out to anywhere they don't have to during the daytime. So you'll catch them at work and that's about it. But the reason I think that is because he's got this fish right here, which makes me feel like he only goes out at night so that he can look for food, so that he doesn't have to go out during the daytime. It doesn't have to be that, but it could be specifically that for some people. But at the very least, though, this is choosing to separate yourself from everything else, but especially whatever. This feels like somebody had to catch their breath. Justice. Okay, so there was karma tied into this somehow. This feels like a this feels like a karmic loop. I just saw the High Priestess in reverse. This feels like there's something tied into this person's karma that relates to like selling themselves a dream. So heavy Neptune energy, the Seven of Cups. When we talk about Neptune, we're talking about escapism. It's like everything, there's like a filter over everything when we have the Seven of Cups. So it's definitely rose-colored glasses. This feels like there was a stubbornness about this. Like this person, because they were young and kind of dumb, felt like things could just be whatever they wanted it to be because they said so. Like that's how it's coming through. This behavior is tricky though, because we have this Ace of Cups in reverse. Definitely something that was initiated but never took off. So when we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Cups is a lot of feelings, like a lot of feelings. That's why there's so much potential, because this is something that we feel a strong connection to, and it can be overwhelming. So I could see this person choosing to run from that in favor of moving towards things they thought would expect less of them, or things that would have less of a hold on them. So they thought. I just want to throw that out there. So they thought. Because this Seven of Cups here lets me know this person thought like Nelly. So what is this Judgment card? Full deck, why don't you? That's the only one we're taking, and that is the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so okay. I think when Judgment in the Four of Swords is making me think that when this person decided to take space from this situation, a lot of clarity came through, which was the whole point. Because that Four of Swords is a reset. It's also like rehabilitation. So if something about this situation that this person was involved in, there's like things involved that would cloud your judgment. So I don't know if this is like a social atmosphere, or if this was a relationship that this person was in, then they met this person at a club or something. Because it just feels like when these people are around each other, there's a lack of clear judgment. It's like all the lights aren't on, only some of them, and the ones that are on are dim, and so we're only seeing like the shadow that's being cast over. So kind of like the silhouette of something, but we aren't actually seeing. So this feels like the Moon card. We aren't actually seeing the full image and the clear picture. So it's like that made this person the perfect blank canvas for this person to project what they wanted onto it, to project their desires. So they did a lot of filling in the blanks. There was a lot of assumptions made. Like they thought they were just gonna mold this situation into what they wanted. Ooh. Three of Swords in reverse. I keep forgetting to show you guys the cards. Three of Swords in reverse. With this Four of Swords in reverse, yeah. This person, ooh, I'm hearing When You're Dreaming with a Broken Heart by John Mayer. So this person definitely had to heal a broken heart from a Queen of Swords in reverse. That is somebody to be careful about, to be careful with. You don't want to get in the way of a Queen of Swords in reverse, because that energy can be kind of ruthless, cutthroat. It reminds me of the Five of Swords. Competitive, combative. A person who likes conflict. They like mind games. That's what this feels like. This person likes mind games. So this person got in I think that, okay, it's clear now. This person got into a relationship with somebody that played a lot of tricks and cast a lot of illusions. I mean, make no mistake, this person did have to take responsibility for their own delusions, but this person was definitely not revealing their whole self on purpose. You know, they liked that whole, like, you can't see my entire image. You can only see me in half the light, because there was stuff that they didn't want this person to see. So this person feels tricked because they were tricked. Like, that was absolutely this person's intentions for sure. We got the Knight of Swords under the Queen of Swords in reverse. So definitely somebody who does not waste time. So this is a very like quick thinking person too. Like, this person is ahead of the curve. You think that you're ahead of this person, and they are 5 steps ahead of you, accounting for stuff that you can't think of. Six of Wands in reverse. So there was definitely an L taken here, that's for sure. Six of Wands in reverse can also be that this situation involves some sort of public embarrassment. Like, if these people were publicly together, even if that's just on social media, or, I mean, I said that these people met each other out, so it's like, it's giving how you get them is how you lose them. So I don't know if this person was in a relationship already. This person could have been married. This Queen of Swords person could have actually been married when this person got involved with them, which is kind of like a game changer a little bit for this energy. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Because I'm just thinking that, like, it's like if they met each other in a club, or they met each other at a party, they met each other at a concert, this person could have been caught cheating in any one of those places. So you met them at a club and they're seen out with somebody else at a club, or they tell you that they're gonna leave their spouse, they don't even talk to each other, blah blah blah, and like you see them out together looking very cozy and very married. Did I say this was a tea session? Because if I didn't say that, okay. That's too many cards. Still too many cards. Oh my God, we're gonna take them. Strength in reverse. So something got out of this person's control that they thought they had in control. And I think it was this entire situation. You know what I actually think it is? I think this is this person, I don't know, they were just up against something that they were never going to have any wins with. I mean, we're looking at this person coming out as the Page of Wands, and that person came out as the Queen of Swords. So, you know, you're young, you're free, you're flirty, you're creative. I mean, there's something attractive about that, which is, I'm sure, what this person, this Queen of Swords, would have seen in this other person. But I think they also would have seen that this person was a little bit wet behind the ears. You know what it is? Okay, this person, Page of Wands, I'm just seeing this person thinking they're so smooth, like they just really know how to spit game. And they say something to this Queen of Swords, like a pickup line. I don't know, it's something, but this person would be used to dating their peers, you know, or people in their age group, at least. This Queen of Swords feels like they're a good bit older, old enough that they're more experienced than this person is, and they would have been too naive, and also this feels too egotistical, too proud, to be able to see it that way, to know that they were not, they were like shooting way out of their field. Okay. Five of Wands in reverse. So whatever conflict was taking place has dissolved. I'm wondering if this is also like internal conflict. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So let me tell you about this card. Sometimes this Nine of Cups is about trophies. So instead of going after what will actually genuinely fulfill us, we go after things that look good. So we think that we're getting our fulfillment from people looking at what we have and envying us, which again is very immature. This energy is very immature. Yeah, so this is somebody who was just enjoying the pursuit. You know, they weren't actually looking to settle down anywhere. They were just enjoying tasting a little bit of everything. And I think it was like, these could have been specifically people These could have been specifically people that are seen as desirable by other people. So let's say that this was a coworker of this person's. All right, let's say the Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords are coworkers. The Page of Wands is hearing the way people talk about this Queen of Swords. It could be that they're like, wow, you know, she's really uptight, kind of staunch, right? And there's, I don't know, I don't want to say that there's a bet involved because that just feels so cliche. It feels so Wattpad 2014. You know, it feels like a book plot, but I don't know that it was so much like a bet or a wager, but it was at the very least just this person putting it in their head like, oh, people want this person and they feel like they're unattainable. Well, you know, I'm them. I'm really them. So let me show these people that I'm them, and like I'm gonna bag this person. And this person got themselves involved in something sticky. That's for sure. Fool in reverse. So this person would have been, way too many cards, would have been standing on the outside of this situation, like before they decided to go in this direction. They would have been looking at it from a really fantastical, idealizing point of view. I don't know if this is somebody's like porno fantasy. Because that's kind of what this is giving. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's kind of what this is giving. I don't know. I just think that this person's motivations for getting into this were very trivial. It was very stupid. And I think they understand that. But I don't know. It's like they got caught up. I don't know if this was involving their job, because they could have like gotten their heart broken and they lost their job. I don't know. I was like, where did that card go? Nine of Wands. So there's some kind of struggle that's been ongoing, and I feel like somebody was looking at this as being the solution to their problems. Like, I'm just getting that this person is being run ragged. Honestly, I think where they're at right now in this Nine of Wands, this feels like they're tired because it's like the consequences to their actions are starting to catch up to them. You know? This Justice and the Nine of Wands feels like this was the universe's way of being like, yep, we got you right where we want you. We had to wear you down, shake you down is what this is giving. We had to shake you down. And this, like, trying to keep this lifestyle up, doing things just for the sake of a conquest. It's like if this didn't blow up in this person's face the way that it did, they wouldn't have stopped. So that's why this is Justice. And Spirit's like, this is more than fair, actually. This is for you. This is so that you can deliver yourself. But you were never going to choose a different life for yourself until this one got to be too much. Like, you had to really have your fun, get your fill, and this had to lose its taste. It's just like when you chew a piece of gum and you chew it and you chew it and you chew it, and then When the flavor is gone, you spit it out. But I think this lifestyle just wasn't, it wasn't losing its flavor for a while. And it's like this person brought themselves to the point of running on fumes. Like they exhausted themselves. It's just like whatever the outcome of this, I mean, the outcome of this was heartbreak. This person would have really felt like their heart fell in. Wow. We made that one up. This person would have really felt like their heart was just put in the blender. I think they also feel stupid, honestly. Question is, why are we hearing about this? Please let me know if this does resonate for you guys. Okay. Lord. 5 of Pentacles. This person is running, or they were anyway. I think they were running from place to place, or person to person, or job to job, state to state. You know, this is gonna look different for everybody. It'll be more extreme in some cases, but this person was just, I don't know, it's like they were trying to fill a bottomless pit. So whatever they thought they were seeking out in these situations, it really wasn't that. There was a lot more tied to this subconsciously. We got the 2 of Swords. Definitely mental conflict. This feels like this person really has only been battling themselves, ultimately. I don't know if they're just now coming to that conclusion, but that's what's happening. And they're running away from themselves, too. This person is afraid of their shadow. But not in a literal sense, but it's like they're, I don't know, it's like with each of these situations, something about themselves is exposed. And I think they were doing a really good job at skirting blame and being able to dump it on the other person. If this is past relationships or if this is a job, it's like it's all the job's fault. There was just a lack of accountability and a lack of self-awareness. So like this person was able to tell themselves that like everybody else is wrong but them. Like they could make up a justification for why every other person in this situation is wrong but them. Or if this is, you know, mistreatment on their part, it's like they can make up excuses for why they're mistreating people. And again, it's justification, but all it really is trying to absolve themselves of feeling guilty. But I feel like this guilt, if it hasn't already, is going to start catching up to them. Because I don't think that they can run from it anymore. Because now it feels like they're on their own. So 4 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Pentacles feels like this person was isolated so that they could have to face themselves. Because there wasn't anybody else to shift the blame on. You know, it's like, nope, this one's on you. This was just you. I don't know, I'm just getting like the mirror just being shoved up to this person's face. The Seven of Pentacles came out. So this feels like someone was trying to plant seeds in infertile soil. So they were trying to collaborate and create stability and harmony in places where that just wasn't going to happen. It's like they were trying to force themselves to be in spaces that they did not belong in. They don't fit there. Why though? Why is there so much force? Because then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it feels like ultimately this is what this person is in pursuit of. They are looking for something long term. This situation stopped short and stopped in its tracks. It should have. But this person is looking for something long lasting. Ten of Pentacles can be something that you have the ability to pay forward, you know, or it can be passed down through generations. Wealth looks different to everybody, but it seems like that's what this person was desiring to create. I think before they were desiring to create it by themselves, and something about getting involved here and feeling so alone in a relationship, I think made them crave the same genuine connection that they initially ran away from. So I don't know if that's a specific connection or we're just talking about, you know, connecting with people in general. I don't know why I'm hearing, I'm a believer. So this person didn't have faith before, but this is shaking them, this situation. I feel like it really broke them down in a way. But it was supposed to. All right, we've got the Seven of Swords. What is the Seven of Swords? I feel like this person couldn't seek. Oh, okay. Empress on the bottom of the deck. So maybe this is who this person couldn't see clearly, because we've got the Seven of Swords and the Sun in reverse. So this person was only seeing half of everything. Okay. They were very selective. So with the person that it didn't work out with, they were only seeing the half they wanted to see, which made things look a lot better than they actually were. And then there was this Empress who they weren't seeing clearly because they were only seeing it out of fear. So they were seeing it through the lens of fear. And I feel like that caused this person to be sneaky or deceptive in some way. But I think they were deceiving themselves. So they didn't have the full picture or the full truth. So they couldn't really paint you. Maybe this, I don't know who we're speaking to. They couldn't paint the actual full picture about anything. You know what I love, now that we're saying that? In this version of the Seven of Cups, I hope you guys can see it. As you can see, what he's looking at, he's just regular plain Seven Cups. And then you see what he's painting. And it doesn't look anything like that. So he's really freestyling. Really using his imagination to create the reality that he wants. Which is what this person was doing. pull a few more before we close this out. Four of Cups. Okay. It's like if this person rejected you, they were rejecting themselves. Hangman in reverse feels like we're avoiding confrontation again. Because the point of the Hangman is to slow you down so that there aren't distractions and you don't have a choice but to be still. Because when we're forced to be still, a lot of things start coming through, but that's the point. Because those are the things that are allowed. They need to be dealt with. They're coming out for a reason. And it's because they have a place and they need to be sorted and put in that place. But this person was afraid of doing that. They just felt like they'd rather stay in the dark. They didn't want to look in the boxes. They were afraid of what was going to be in there. And quite frankly, what they were going to have to do with the information that they found out about themselves. So this feels very Death card in the sense that in the Death card, the kind of changes that are brought forward, it's that crazy transformation. You cannot come back from that. You cannot unlearn those lessons. You can't unhear the things that you unheard. It's giving when Kylie was like, you know, this year I'm just realizing things. Like, once you realize the things, there is no coming back from that. You can't go back to where you were when you were actually naive and you didn't know these things. No, now you actually have this information and you have to do something about it. So, Four of Cups can be that we are, like, see, he's just tossing this cup off the balcony. This is like, this is like if you drank all these other cups and you're like, oh, they told me this was different wine. It's all the same. And then you get to this last one and you're like, you go to sip it and you're like, whatever. And you just toss the whole cup. You don't even drink it. Which feels like the Ace of Cups. This person had an opportunity in their hand and they just tossed it. So the person that they were writing off, that had to be due to an assumption that somebody was like either someone from the past or different people of the past, maybe like all mashed up into one person. But this person was making decisions based off of bias and like an association that their brain was making. But these decisions were not made based off reality at all. We had the King of Wands come out. So that's interesting. Because where we were at when we started this reading was the Page of Wands, and now we have progressed into the King of Wands. So Eight of Pentacles, okay. Six of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know if this person feels like something was taken from them unfairly. Six of Pentacles in reverse could be that this person feels like their generosity was being taken advantage of. Again, I feel like they got played by this older person. So this is like this person trying to be cool and, you know, going to their friends and like about this whole situation. And on the other side of this is the Queen of Swords, who sounds like they actually have the power here. This older, could be older woman, does not have to be. But this older person is also going to their friends and talking about how naive and foolish this person is. And them and their friends are kikiing about this. Like, they're just like, oh my God, he's so gullible. Like, you should, it's so crazy. Like, they're like, wow, you know, I forgot what it was like to be that age. Like, this person was making themselves look a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this situation has grown them up. That's for sure. I think after this person became a workaholic. Oh, look at the Knight of Pentacles. This person became a workaholic. And they were like F love, you know, F relationships. They would be seeing them as an inconvenience, like something that would only ever steal from you. Just feels like there's a lot of fear. This reading feels less about fear currently. There definitely was a lot of fear involved here, but I think now it's less fear and there's more apprehensiveness. So maybe a little bit of fear, but it's more minor. I don't think it's as bad as it was when this person was fresh out of this situation, because we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So there is some level of healing that has occurred here. Three of Swords in reverse means that the swords can come out of the heart, and now those open wounds can close, they can scab over, they can scar, and eventually the scar will fade. And, you know, even if the scar stays, that's like the only piece of this situation that's left. Otherwise, it's over. It's been closed out. And there will always be like little reminders, but it is over. Nine of Pentacles is the slowest knight, so I think this person is trying to be a lot more careful with where they invest themselves. Let's see, let's get one more. Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles is the stage that we reach after we've been showing up and putting in the work, and we've been consistent and dedicated, and we start to benefit from everything that we've been putting in. So this is very equal input and output. So you would be able to see the rewards, like the fruits of your labor. And that makes you want to go even harder. You know, like that's your motivation to keep going. So for this person, it's like every time they look at their account, they're like, oh. They're like, this is why I do what I do. All right. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated. If it did, please let me know. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, share with anybody that you think could relate to this. And yeah, bye.